I'd like to call the meeting of the Board of Commissioners for Michigan City Housing Authority to order. Madam Secretary, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Malone.
Present.
Commissioner Novell.
Present.
Commissioner Lee.
Present.
Commissioner Doretha Sanders Malone.
You can unmute her so she can say this. There.
Commissioner Mott. Commissioner Kenneth Fly. And Commissioner Vandenberg.
Are they on Zoom? Oh, this is Mott.
There's Fly.
And there's Mott too. So,
They are muted.
yeah, they need to acknowledge that they're present.
Okay. Commissioner Fly. I see you are present.
Are you muted? There you go.
Commissioner Fly. I see you are.
Yes.
Okay. I was calling the roll call and you all, I guess, couldn't hear me. And Commissioner Mott.
I'm here.
Okay. Commissioner Vandenberg.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. So I think since we started the meeting, no.
We were doing the roll call. Yes.
Okay, if I was going to start that over,
Yeah.
Roll call. Commissioner Milton Malone.
Present.
Commissioner Lester Novell.
Present.
Commissioner Willie Lee.
Present.
Commissioner Doretha Sanders Malone. Commissioner Carla Mott.
Present.
Commissioner Kenneth Fly.
Present.
And Commissioner Christine Vanderbilt.
Seeing that we have a quorum, we can proceed with the meeting. At this time, we ask that you stand for a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moving forward with the agenda, we will take a moment now for silent meditation, and we want to be mindful of the fact of all of those individuals who are grieved, those who have lost family members, friends, loved ones due to this COVID pandemic. So if you will, let us take a minute to reflect on that, our country, our state, and our beloved city. Thank you.
So, before we keep going, can whoever's that phone number, can they identify themselves? Is that phone right there?
No.
Okay, so the number ending in 23224, who is that?
That's the one we county in the maintenance division.
Okay. Great, thank you for identifying yourself. And then, Mr. Fly,
Yes.
can you mute your microphone until you need to speak, please?
You say, take off my microphone and use the speakerphone?
No. Can you just mute your screen until you have to speak? There you go. Yep. Now it's better. There you go. Thank you, sir.
Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
All right, under old business, we need to approve the minutes from the February 11th, 2021 meeting and from the March 18th, 2021 meeting. So the chair will now seek a motion for the approval of those minutes.
I motion to approve the minutes with any correction necessary.
Been properly moved by Mr. Lee to approve the minutes for February 11th, 2021 and March 18th, 2021. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been properly moved by Mr. Lee and seconded by Mr. Norvell to approve the minutes. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Next on the agenda, under personnel. At this time, I would like to yield to our executive director for the introduction of our new finance manager at this time.
I would like to introduce our new finance manager as Falana Dungy. Ms. Dungy began April 5th. So she's been working diligently with us.
Is there anything we need to know about Ms. Dungy? For the proper background, maybe?
Can you elaborate on that?
Ms. Dungy comes to us with a wealth of knowledge and experience, not only in the area of finance, but she is also certified in the area of Section 8, which is a plus. And I think one of her former duties was to manage some 600 and some voucher, certificates for Section 8, so she's well versed in that. We only have somewhere around 371, so that's a plus. We also understand that Ms. Dungy is degreed in accounting. That is also a plus, and that she has a wealth of knowledge and experience in the area of accounting, working also with the field office. So we really hope and look for good things from her, and welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, we need to get an update from the executive director on the personnel hiring of a technician for maintenance. So at this time, I want to turn it over to Ms. Sutton for her recommendation to the board.
My recommendation is to hire Corey Thomas for maintenance personnel at this time. Did have other applicants, but they were offered, but they turned it down at this time.
Anything else? What was the name?
Corey Thomas.
Corey Thomas. Okay. Is there anything else? Thomas, if you have.
Mr. Thomas is a resident of Michigan City, and he started in April this month. He's been here about 2 weeks, and so he's been doing quite well.
As he interviewed by you as well as the maintenance supervisor?
Yes.
Okay. So we heard the recommendation of the executive director that we hire Mr. Corey Thomas for a maintenance technician position. What is the pleasure of the board? The chair will now seek a motion for hiring Mr. Thomas. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we hire Corey Thomas as maintenance officer.
Okay, it's been properly moved by Mr. Lee, hire Mr. Corey Thomas as a maintenance technician. Is there a second?
I second that motion.
Okay,
Mr. Smock.
and it's been properly moved by Mr. Lee to hire Mr. Corey Thomas as a maintenance technician, and second by Ms. Carla Mott. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries. Okay, moving along, on new business, we looking for board approvals and information updates. I see we have an update for the shortfall in the action plan. Ms. Cutting, can you elaborate on that for us?
The shortfall was in your packet, and under the shortfall, one of the things that the board was to do before the end of 4/30/2021 was to complete the Lead the Way training, which we finished on March 25th, 2021.
So the board has completed that training.
Yes.
Okay, is there anything that we need to send to HUD indicating that we also training?
I have to enroll everyone that was in the training, and I have to make, one of the commissioners don't have an email, and so we're gonna have to make them together, that I can submit his information.
Okay. Is there anything else surrounding that training or any other information we need for that training?
No, we have assignment sheets for everyone that participated. That were all new.
It's also our understanding that this training is part of the corrective action plan
Yes.
that we have with the HUD office. We probably will have some other commitments that we have to feel as commissioners coming up, so I'm sure Ms. Hutton will keep us abreast to those items, so we can go ahead and get those out of the way, and we can also honor our commitment that we have with the. Is there any questions on the action plan? On the shortfall action plan, are there any questions, comments? Okay, next on our agenda, we see where we have the director's report.
Okay. I'm going to start out with the public notices that we have. We have about 4 public notices. The first is for our 5-year plan, 2020-24 capital fund plan budget, and updates 5-year capital fund plans. That's 2017 to 2021, 2018 to 2022, 2019 to 2023, and 2020 to 2024. It began on March 19th. We will be waiting for comments from the public that should be submitted in writing by 3 p.m. on April 30th. And the public hearing itself will be on May 3rd at 3 p.m. in this room. The second thing we have is we have request for tree removal for Lakeland Estates. This is to end today, And we will have open bids publicly on Friday, April 23rd at 9 a.m. The next one is a request proposed for roof replacement in Lakeland Estates. That bid began on April 2nd. It will end on May 4th. And we will open the bid packets on May 5th at 10 a.m. And the last is a vacancy reduction for a Michigan City Housing Authority, where we have 8 units that we are contracting out to contractors to get our vacancies down. And that began on April 20th. It will end on May 5th, and we will open the bids publicly on May 6th. Also this month, spoke with the head office on how to improve our Section 8 program. We're still doing good in Section 8, but they want us to improve it a little bit more. So they give us different strategies that we are going to be bringing to the board to have approved and get more participants on our program.
Can you tell us how many participants do we have now?
We have 293 participants right now. We have 31 vouchers open on the street, but our total number of vouchers is 371. And that concludes my update right now. Are there any questions or concerns?
Okay, again, do we have any questions or comments, concerns regarding the director's report? Okay, hearing that, we will hear next the attorney's report.
Thank you, Mr. Malone. I do have a few things to report on. First, I just want to say congratulations to Ms. Dungy. I'm glad that you're with us now. It sounds like you have the experience and the wealth of knowledge that this housing authority needs, so I'm happy that you're here with us. And I also wanted to mention that was one of the things that HUD wanted us to do. Is that correct? Because they wanted us to hire someone with that background in order to manage some of these things. So that's just another step in the right direction that we're doing, and again, thank you to Ms. Hutton for getting that done. Last meeting, we talked a little bit about updating the website for Housing Authority. That's been done. It's all updated with the proper names. I think we're still working on putting the board members there with their tenure, so that the public knows that. But just wanted to inform everyone that that's getting done, and the staff is updated on that website. Another item that we're working towards too is making sure that we have our minutes and our agendas uploaded on there, just like all of the other boards in town have them, so that way the public has access to those. We're working closely with the IT department for the city to get that done, and they've been great to work with. The other item that I wanted to touch base on too is the CDC eviction moratorium. As many of you know, obviously with the pandemic and everything that's been going on, there was a moratorium put in place last year. That's been extended now by the CDC until June 30th. And Ms. Hutton actually forwarded this to me. It's directly from the office of HUD. And it just specifically states, that there are certain covered individuals who meet the qualifications for the eviction moratorium, and that's extended through June 30th. So we're still looking at that. Obviously, our numbers kind of fluctuate back and forth. We're back in the orange here in our county. So it's no surprise to see that eviction moratorium was pushed back. And we'll keep a close eye on that, obviously, because that has a great effect on how we do business in Mississippi. I
would like to also say that the state of Indiana has a rental assistance program. And if the resident comes to our office and make an appointment, we will help them get the assistance they need to catch up on their rent. The state is paying to catch up on your rent during this moratorium. So there's no reason to sit at home and get evicted.
That's right.
I'm asking residents to please come in and make appointments, and I will help you with your paperwork, because I have to sign off on the paperwork in order for you to get the money to pay the rent.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Sub, because even though there is an eviction moratorium, that order that's been put out by the CDC, it specifically states, the order does not relieve residents' obligation to pay rent, and the residents must continue to comply with the terms of their lease. So, just because that moratorium is in place doesn't give you an opportunity not to pay. Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up, because if you are behind, there are mechanisms to help you get caught up. But, sitting, with your head in the sand and ignoring it isn't going to help any situation when the moratorium is lifted. So, I just wanted to make that part of my report, that we are keeping a close eye on the eviction moratorium, because at some point we're going to have to get back to our regular business, right? The last thing I wanted to mention too is regarding our meetings. I'm glad that Alco's here. It's been a while since we've had them here because of the pandemic. The public access counselor still has not made it mandatory to meet in public. But we will continue making it accessible to the public any way we can. And so that's why we have Alco here. But if our levels keep getting worse and if we're still in the orange, we may want to consider sticking to just Zoom meetings. So I'm glad that we're able to figure this out, and we're getting a lot more comfortable with it now after many months of doing it. But for the public and for the board too, again, that's why we're trying to take advantage of this website, because that helps us, stay transparent, provide the public information with our minutes and our agendas, and also hopefully get some links up there so that they can attend the meetings virtually if that's what we need to do. That concludes my report. If anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
I don't have a question, but I do have a comment, and then to our executive director on the moratorium. You indicated that you would help the residents fill the paperwork out. Is there anyone on staff other than yourself that can assist in this area?
Well, I do have a meeting on Tuesday with the rental assistants in Indianapolis, and I'm going to designate another person on staff to help assist with this.
Okay. And my reasoning for that is because, we operate Monday through Friday. But there could be some individuals that maybe need to come in over the weekend, like on Saturday. I'm not asking anyone to do it for Sundays. But if necessary, could we make ourselves available to assist residents that say on Saturday?
Not on Saturday. If they come in the evening late, I'm willing to work with them late without exceptions.
I have a question. Do we have a list of people that fall in this category? Now, are we reaching out to them through email, text, or even flyers?
I am working on a flyer to send to all our residents, and at the bottom of their rent statements, I can put notes and, things that are going on at the bottom of the rent statements to let them know about the rental assistance. And that's what we plan on doing on the first of May when they get their rent statements. They have that added at the bottom of their rent statements, as well as putting notices out.
And I just want to add, thank you for answering that question, Ms. Simon, but just for anyone in the public, if you have any questions or concerns, please save them until public comment. This isn't a question and answer period. So, Mr. George, thank you for your question, but for the future reference, just wait till public comment, please.
Well, I'm actually a board member now, so that's the reason why I asked.
Okay, well, if you could make that known, sir, I appreciate that. What, did we call him out?
No. I wasn't aware he was a board member and nobody said us.
Okay. Well, sir, Mr. Joyce, if you could get with Ms. Hutton, we could get you all the paperwork, make sure that we're on the same page. Welcome aboard. No one informed us that you were now on the board, but thank you for joining us.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Okay. Are there any other comments or questions for the attorney?
Commissioner Fly came up on the screen. I think he wanted to ask a question. Commissioner Fly, are you there?
Commissioner Fly, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I hear you loud and clear. I just, question I'm about to ask has already been asked. Concerning, how else we're gonna, let the residents know about the rental assistance, but they've been answered.
Okay. All right, thank you, sir. Are there any more questions or comments regarding this matter? Any comments or questions for the attorney? All right, hearing none, is there any other business to come before this board? Is there any other business to come before the board? Hearing none, is there any public comment? Is there any public comment? Hearing none, the chair will now seek a motion for adjournment.
So moved. Second.
It's been properly moved by Mr. Lester Nordell and seconded by Mr. Willie Lee to adjourn this meeting. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.